What is good, my fellow warriors of light? This is your host, Lotus Moon, and in this video I just wanted to share a bit of news update with you guys, since this is a topic I've been following closely on my past videos. In case some of you don't follow the official Mobius Final Fantasy Facebook page, this was announced yesterday, saying that there has been a confirmed fix for the skill panel lock issue. It says it's been sent out to all players. Please make sure you have the latest version of Mobius Final Fantasy downloaded. So they finally fixed the issue. Only took them about a month, but it is now fixed. I believe if you are some of the people that were affected, you should see under your jobs that it comes up as a new job, and then you can now upgrade it all the way to 8 panels. I didn't get affected by this because I didn't try to unlock any old jobs during this time period. So for you that have been affected, I am very happy that now you can finally unlock your jobs as intended. I don't know why this took so long for them to fix. I guess it was a deeper problem than we knew about. Now, as far as the other issue, I know everyone's wondering about. If you look in the comments section, pretty much the first comment that is showing up here, what about the duplicate jobs? So they did reply to this and says the duplicate job fix should be fixed within the next few days. Once we have a confirmed patch out, we will announce that to the community as well. So it looks like in a few more days they're also going to fix the duplicate jobs issue. Now, one thing they have not mentioned at all is if we're going to see any kind of compensation to those affected. I really believe that they should give some compensation for this, especially how long it took. I know it frustrated a lot of players, especially the skill panel lock issue. So I really think such a big mistake, such a big bug should have some compensation for those affected. I mean, they've given us compensation in the past for smaller issues, so I don't know why they wouldn't give us a compensation for this. So I hope they don't just try to dance around the issue. I hope they do give that to us, or at least the people affected. But at least it is now fixed. I'm looking forward to the duplicate job issue being fixed within the next few days. Like I said in my past video, I have not heard of any new incidences of people getting duplicate jobs. So it's probably been fixed already. It's just they're probably trying to get the patch worked out or whatever. But anyway, I just want to share with you guys, finally fix. That's not the only thing I want to cover in this video though. With the Master Monk being so close around the corner, it'll be released in about 2 more days from now. So I want to go over with the Master Monk's stats and talk to you guys about what makes him such a great breaker. So let me just go over kind of like his evaluation. I'm gonna be talking about his auto abilities and such in this video. So here he is, the Master Monk. We'll be getting him in just 2 more days. I am super excited, guys. I hope you guys have some summon tickets ready for him if you're interested in this kind of job. So he's rated very high in Japan even today. And remember, these evaluations are more of just, like kind of like a guideline. You can't take any rating system 100% like accurate, but this is the best thing we have to go on. So in normal evaluation, they have him at 92 points and multiplayer at 98 points because he is an amazing breaker. And yes, he can act as both a breaker or attacker, although breaker is definitely got to be his strong suit. Break speed is overwhelming. He definitely breaks through bosses incredibly fast. His ultimate is amazing. I'll go over that in just a minute. He also pretty durable. And he has the just like Snow, his tap damage can reach over the damage limit of 9,999, which is pretty awesome. The only weak point he has is he has low magic, of course. He is a monk, so all monks pretty much has low magic. So anyway, let's go over right into his stats here. His elements is earth, water, earth, light, and dark. I'll go over his main weapon in a minute. So what makes him such a great breaker? Well, let's look at his stats real quick here. So here's his base stats at level 350, which is the highest in Japan. Ours is a little bit lower, of course, but you can kind of get idea. So look at his total brake power, just pure brake power. 1220, that is huge amount of brake. And he has a lot of HP too, which is really good for survivability. So this monk is going to be top-notch braking. So let's take a look at his auto abilities, because this is pretty much one of the key points to him being such a good braker. So as you can see here in the bottom, he has smart brake inherent on his auto abilities when you 8-panel him. Now smart brake 100%, that is the Japanese term for basically piercing brake. So piercing brake, you may know, or you may already know it from the butterfly edge. It basically reduces more damage to the red gauge when you trying to brake. So 100% fast brake right on his all abilities, right on the get-go. That is incredible. This brake burst 100%. I looked it up. From what I can tell, burst brake is not very useful, at least as a breaker role. What it does is it increases your tap damage during brake. So during single player, that might be pretty sweet, because you can break enemies really quick, and since his tap damage is limit break, has damage limit break, you can deal a lot of damage even with just your tap damage, especially with this brake burst. So for single player, that's pretty sweet. You can do a lot of damage with your basic attacks. As a multiplayer breaker, that doesn't matter as much. It's mostly the piercing brake that's going to matter. He does have 50% tolerance to break down, which is nice. I wish he had 100% tolerance, but not a deal breaker at all. That's just a nice little bonus. He does have some other nice stats here, but I'm more focusing on his braking power. So his death blow, I'm not sure what the name in English will be, but here is calling it Final Heaven, which is awesome. It is an area attack death blow, ultimate. So that is also really good. Now look at the additional effects this ultimate has. It has Faith, Boost, Brave, Trance, Break Defense Down, and Rainbow Shift. That is, what a list. That is an incredible amount of different effects you get. Also, offense and brake power of 1500% is a really good balance. That is some high stats right there. So you're going to be able to definitely take advantage of this death blow and do some amazing stuff with it as a breaker. He does come with some inherent resistances, which is also really good for survivability. Earth, Light, and Dark, all 30%. So very good. He also has heal drives. So all good things to keep you alive as a breaker. Now, next thing I want to talk about is weapon. And keep in mind that he does have 100% a piercing brake. Because his weapon, guys, is going to be pretty much the equivalent of a butterfly edge for rangers. And it's kind of crazy because butterfly edge has kind of been the weapon that has kept rangers like on par, or at least in in decent standings as far as being a breaker compared to monks, because monks have really high brake power already. And rangers, they've been having a harder time competing up until Hall of Fame. Hall of Fame made a lot of rangers really good. But this weapon here is definitely going to put breaking monks in a new higher league for sure. This weapon here is fantastic. Look at this rating, guys. It's a double S in single player and an S in multiplayer. Now, honestly, I feel like this rating should be switched. I think it should have a double S in multiplayer and an S in single player, but that's just how it shows it on here. Take it for what you will, but either way, this is an amazing weapon. Let's go right down to the final stats on this weapon. So once you have it fully boosted, this is going to take a while to fully max out, guys. It does have 110 numbers of modifications needed to get it up to max, it says here. So the first auto ability, look at that. Smart Brake 100%. And remember what we're talking about, Smart Brake is piercing brake. So if you get his weapon fully modded, 100% piercing brake plus his inherent 100% piercing brake, that's 200% piercing brake, which is 200% extra damage to the red bar when you're doing tap attacks. That's insane, guys. So yes, with this kind of abilities, it is definitely, you're gonna be braking incredibly fast. Brake damage up 70%. you know, that is very nice to have on the weapon, because it's gonna be dealing a lot of damage during when the boss is broken. Now I know you're not an attacker in multiplayer, but for single player, this is nice to have. The third auto ability, fast break 20%, is that's basically quick break. You know, if the boss is if the enemy's 20% or below, it can break it in one shot. This is kind of like a little bit not reliable, but it is nice to have on the weapon. So these stats are pretty much very similar to the Butterfly Edge, which is gonna make, like I said, all breaking monks amazing. So be sure to try it. Be sure to max this out and start modding it as soon as you get this weapon, guys. It is an incredible weapon. Now, I guess I can show you his other weapon as well. It's not too bad. The rating is not... I don't feel like the rating is really doing justice on this weapon, because it's pretty decent. And I'll just show you that now. This is not a breaking type weapon per se. It's more of a damage dealing weapon. But we'll take a look at it. So here it is. And I just have to say, I love the looks of it. I think it looks really sweet. I think this weapon looks better than the other weapon, although the other weapon is much better. But anyway, this rating is only at an A and a B. And I'm not sure why. Like I said, it has pretty decent stats. I mean, not anything groundbreaking, but break damage up 50%, weak point damage up, which is weakness damage up 50%, and break burst 50%, which gives you that extra tap damage during break. So not a bad weapon at all. You can definitely use this if you wish. I think there probably is better attacker weapons, but definitely not a bad weapon overall. But definitely it gets outshined by his main weapon. That's the problem. So anyway, guys, I hope this kind of like shows you what the Master Monk's all about. Just wanted to kind of throw this in the video with the news, since this is very relevant, since he's coming out in just a couple of days, and I hope you guys have a good luck pulling for him. I know many people will be trying to get him. It's also a good chance to pull for the new Mia cards coming out on the 16th that are the AoE with I think it adds weekend or whatever. So those are very good as well. I'm gonna be doing some pulls in my next on the 16th also. So wish me luck as well. I'll be making some more videos here very soon, guys. So hope you subscribe and like my videos. I'll see you guys next time.